the pioneer teacher.
Mrs. Marquez,
The
the
PE, is she the
people
PE?
program?
Yeah, she'd be a good one.
I would tend to think, though, if you do the same presentations year after year after year, you're not, you know, it is a small group of parents with special needs kids, that you may want to think about varying the presentations, even if, you know, the topic's the same, at least have different presenters. Otherwise, I don't know how, you know, if the turnout will start to
survey would
tail off.
Yes,
That
yes.
really cool survey right now would
Right.
be handy.
It would. It would have been nice to have it done by now.
Well, for inclusion, you could use Tanya Whiteleather.
What has inclusion been done?
She was a teacher and she's also an attorney. She really knows a lot about inclusion.
Who's this?
Tanya Whiteleather. She used to be a teacher out in Orange County.
And what is her position now, or what is she?
She's an attorney now.
I went to Special Needs Network and there was a really good person that does inclusion. But of course, I don't think we could get him. He works in Ventura County. Yeah.
Well, that's an idea, but also the idea of transitioning, because people who are going to need a transition, I guess, need to start thinking about that before it happens.
Yes, and transition is a big issue every year. That's a presentation that we could probably do every year. Because parents have a hard time with the transition, understanding it, especially going into JV joint, because they're a feeder school for all the middle schools, and parents don't know that they're supposed to have a transitional IEP before going into JV, then a 30-day review once they enter JV. Same with preschool to kindergarten. Most, you know, they don't know that. It's very complex.
I know OMSD, one of the, I believe it must be a middle school, did a short video for their incoming middle schoolers, and all of the, you know, some of the staff and the students participated in that. They, you know, kind of had, you know, the vice principal saying, you know, this is me, you see my face, you know, I'm the person you come to if you have problems. So
We can get hold of that.
that might be one option.
It was actually Pioneer Junior. Wasn't it Pioneer? That
Pioneer.
No, it was an OMSD school. I think it was Vina Danks, but
Pioneer did one.
Byron, it wasn't.
I don't know if it was
Solid.
Pioneer Danks.
It was
Pioneer.
Mm-hmm.
I only know of
Well,
Pioneer
whichever, I
Junior.
mean, that would be good. But,
I don't know, they did People TE, I believe, was the video they showed.
if transition is what we need.
Are any of these topics that came out of the surveys that were done last year?
We haven't gotten.
We haven't done the surveys.
They barely went out.
This year is the first time?
We've been working on it for months.
Oh, my goodness.
That's where it would be really handy if we had the results.
Yeah.
So it was approved at the last meeting.
Each of the, I believe, you may not have been here at that point. I believe the decision was that each of the members would work with their director to identify the best time to send it out and how to get it out. I know Jean Martin has mentioned, emailed me today about it, so that we want to distribute
You
it.
said the survey.
Sarah sent it out to all the
And then to the
districts.
directors too. With the, I knew my director was going to do, is there like a director meeting, directors for all schools, that they were going to get together and discuss kind of how that would be. She was going to find out how that was going to be shut down by other districts and how best to perhaps handle that.
A week from tomorrow, we meet.
So nothing before, since we received that.
So if you get a chance to talk to your director,
So on October 18th, we have to decide inclusion, transition.
You need two things?
No,
Oh.
we need to decide what we're going to do.
Inclusion or transition.
Yeah.
If we went inclusion, I would personally like to see it be more of a less adversarial and more of a, let's work together to be inclusive.
What does inclusion mean? What does it mean in preschool? What does it mean in elementary,
Here are
middle
some
school,
models,
high
here are some
school?
ways it's working, but got a little shocked when someone said that as an attorney, that makes me think adversarial, and I don't know that.
She's far.
Yeah, something that really gets at the issue of the continuum. Because I think there are those, as you probably know, there's a lot of heated discussions, even among professionals, about full inclusion and the merits and demerits of inclusion. And I think I see it as a continuum, the choice of how to choose wisely in terms of inclusion, what to really include. We all want our children to be in as normal environment possible, but at the same time, that sometimes can push over to lose the focus of instructional goals that are needed by that child. So it's if we can empower parents to be a little bit more sophisticated in understanding the whole notion of continuum, I think that would probably be a good investment.
Partially, just because at the end of the day, at the end of the time when my child is done with school, she has to live with everybody else, and she can't know how to handle an outside environment of the special ed education, then what are my expectations? So that's why I think inclusion, or the more included we are, the better for our kids.
For a lot of children, but for some children, full inclusion isn't good. I have parents who come to me and say, I can't picture my child, I know your daughter's included, I can't picture my child included like that. It's not for them. And they choose what they tell me, and I'm not to the junior high stage, but at that point they tell me that they don't have friends in a fully included environment, but they have friends in a special ed environment, and that's more important to them.
What Lincoln did this year is that everybody starts at the same time and they all share lunch and recess together. And this is the first time they've done it, and right now it's to be successful. The kids are, entering with the special ed kids.
Yes, which is good both ways. That's a win-win. Yes.
If there was a focus on inclusion, like what we call it, merits and challenges of inclusion. So that people can understand that's just as simple as, I want my child in a normal environment. But not at the expense of the focus defeats the whole idea of special education. So we really have to be informed of what is the appropriate balance. And there's a changing balance from year to year. Children hopefully being much more able to deal with the real world. So I would support inclusion with the caveat that it also gives people a sense of how to choose, how to meaningfully contribute at the IEP process on those decisions.
But I think if parents are aware of what is available, what's out there, then we can make a better decision.
This inclusion can mean several different things. It just all depends on the child.
So,
And by the way, the receptivity of the regular education community, because you could be all for inclusion, and if the regular education teachers are really not for those kids, then we're going to have a challenge. Which raises another question that may or may not be relevant. My son goes to Summit, and he was telling me some horror stories about insensitivity on the part of teachers. Criticizing, name-calling kids with special needs. And I don't know how sophisticated my community is, to be honest with you. I have become involved in experience only. I don't know. I have complaints from some of my clients, some of my patients, parents, about the lack of sensitivity, the lack of understanding among the regular education.
yes.
And so when I heard this from my son, I thought, where are we? Because that really affects inclusion.
It has affected my children too. My other children that are not special ed, they come to me and say, please don't let Victoria come into this school because they see detriment.
They see bullying.
As a CEC member, that's where you go before your board and you suggest
suggest that the general education teachers get training. That's what OMSD is doing. Because that's part of inclusion. You have to have the general education teachers aware of what inclusion means. Some teachers are afraid of our kids. I got a huge list once, a math teacher, of what he was afraid of if my son entered his classroom. It's huge.
So Joan, if we do inclusion on October 18th, who could we bring in to do the presentation?
Do you want to do you have experience with some teachers that have done a good job? For people who have their kids
Per county?
I mean, I think, a lot of the successful presentations have been from people who are actually doing it. And I think parents really like to hear what is happening in our schools. I mean, I can have somebody from WESELPA give you, what it should look like, but I don't think that's, what people like is more, what are we doing that really makes it work?
We have a middle school that actually did inclusion. They have only one contained classroom now. The RSP teachers actually in the general education classroom. The SDC teachers are actually in the general education classroom. They take tests and they place these kids where they need to go. And Tracy, I just can't remember her last name, and she's really good. I've seen the data. I was impressed. She started doing data on the kids to see how they were improving. And they do. Their self-esteem goes up.
They were written up in special ed.
Yeah. I mean, their self-esteem goes up. They're in general education with support. The TAs are in there, the RSP teachers in there.
Can we get
Can
we get a model for that program?
Yeah, I can ask my superintendent for permission to see if she can come and present.
And they might even bring a panel of people, so maybe one administrator, a general ed teacher, a special ed teacher, and they could each talk about the different aspects from their job.
Elementary school inclusion, that's kind of hard because they usually only have the same teacher. And you'll hear all the school districts say that with elementary schools, inclusion, it's difficult.
I could ask my teacher if she'll come in. She's had several children with special needs that she's had fully included. My daughter's one of them.
Easy.
I could ask her.
Yeah, that's a good
Maybe
idea.
we could go to the Champs Plus program and ask them if they can send a representative to show how preschool's doing it. I know Etowanda has a program and we have a program.
Upland has a
Upland has a program, so, right, and it's 50% or 51% with an IUP and 49% without, right? So if we can get a couple models, like the junior high model, I can maybe see the elementary model, she can bring her. Just to show, I don't know that that shows the other half, like what you're saying about, I don't know how we bring that in. You said with the colon, with the good, how to, if it's good, then my child, it's not the best for my child. If we're all showing.
You can have parents actually speak at the presentation. I wouldn't mind speaking. I don't know
If it's been successful for you, you could be, the parent speaker and talk about how it's been successful with your child.
I guess.
Well, you might be able to see if the principal at that school has a parent that, because it really should be a parent who's been through it.
But I think the point is well taken. It's important to give sort of a cognitive map to parents in terms of what is this thing inclusion? And what choices do I have?
Right.
And to know what choices and for what reason. That to me is important.
So like what you're saying, it might make sense. Like a good friend of mine has a son with Down syndrome who we have taken completely separate paths. I've gone full inclusion and she's gone special ed because that's where she's comfortable. And he does better in that environment. But I'm comfortable in this environment and my daughter's doing well here. So we could try to get two people on opposite sides where I can say this is what we've done because it works
It's not
for me.
really opposite sides.
No, you're right.
Inclusion works differently for each, yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
it's a continuum.
Yes.
To me, if there was someone that might be